Hi, everyone. I'm Jake, and welcome to Spirit Guide Chat. Um, if you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And as always, I appreciate likes, subscribes, hypes, all that to help support the channel, as well as all the readers out there support your favorite readers. It's always much appreciated in order to grow this white light community of light workers. All right. So, recap real quick from my last week's readings. Abdul Al Sayed has won the Democrat nomination for U.S. Senate in Michigan, and I said it was going to be very close, which very was. Also, that they were going to pull Todd Blanche's nomination. And a lot of it had to do with, of course, I didn't know the specifics, nor did I ask. It was due to two holdouts. However, as we know, if they came up with an agreement, which it's not really an agreement. Besides the fact that there's other things like the EPS files that are still mishandled, and there's still court cases in regards to Katie Fang. There is Susan Collins, who has said that she is voting a no. And with Mitch McConnell, which we'll talk about here later today as one of the questions to check in, there are some senators that haven't mentioned. I think one of them is Lisa Murkowski. So what I want to look at is to see, since I talk about Blanche first, and we'll go back to Al Sayed in a minute. Let's start out with Blanche if he's going to be confirmed. I think today, this is filmed on Thursday, as the same day I release it is typically the day I film it. Thursday, the 6th of August. I can't remember if today is the last day or tomorrow is the last day before they go on break again. I wish I had this many breaks that they have. Congress. And so many breaks for hardly anything done. And I think the one thing that what I'm getting to is the majority leader, Thune, is wanting to get this confirmation done. So let's see if Todd Blanche will be confirmed as the next Attorney General. Todd Blanche be confirmed as the next Attorney General. Spirit. Todd Blanche be confirmed. Okay. And where we're starting out with is the Emperor card, which is the next Trump. What's the challenge is the King of Cups. There's a lot of manipulation going on behind the scenes, not surprising. The foundation in the reading is to create this past memories of happy families, let's get this happy family back together again. Happy as in quotes. In the past, there's probably were giving and receiving money for votes, which is not surprising, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. There's probably proposals being done to get people to vote yes with the Knight of Cups. And then the Queen of Wands was coming in. I wonder if that's Malachowski from Alaska, the senator from Alaska. There is ambition to get this to push forward. As I said, Thune is really wanting to get this done before the break. The King of Swords from the outside, people wanting, the voters are asking, they've been making massive calls in regards to the Senate to vote against Blanche. Page of Wands and the hopes and fears. They're hoping to get an announcement about it. You have the Eight of Cups. I'm wondering if it's this is the holdout. Is her Malinowski. So in Ace of Wands. So I'm wondering if she's going to be the one that is going to say no. Let's take a look here real quick. I did not I have stated this is pretty consistent that he's not going to be nominated. Let's look. Is this Queen of Wands? Is this is Malachowski, Alaska, Senator from Alaska? Is she going to vote no against the nomination for Todd Blanche? Lisa Murkowski from Alaska. Spirit, is she going to vote no and kill the nomination for Todd Blanche? Woo! Too many cards. Too many cards. Lisa Murkowski. Will she vote no? That's an Ace of Swords, so that's the breakthrough. That's her. That's meaning yes, that it's going to be her. So here's the White House here with the Four of Wands. Delusions, delusions. It's the getting the alignment, with the White House, the senators with the White House, and particularly we're asking about her. And here's Trump in the foundation of the reading. In the past, she's been, working very hard, but nothing's coming to fruition what she's wanting to do on her agenda. Here's the happy surprise with the Page of Cups. She feels betrayed with the Seven of Swords. Like there's something that maybe there was a conversation or something that was said that she felt betrayed by it. There's a lot of things that could be done with the Page. I think she's going to make an announcement soon about this, that she's going to say, and here comes the cavalry. It's the Knight of Wands. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? They're hoping to get her vote. And you can see with the Two of Cups there's a man and woman. I'm assuming that there maybe even thin. And yes, she's going to be the one that's going to vote no. She's going, and actually it's going to help her. This is politics, folks. So usually there are times where people are truly doing it for the right thing, but they're also doing it because they know she's not up for re-election right now. It's her other colleague that's up for re-election, but she's not stupid. She's reading the room just like Susan Collins is, and they're saving their own skin by doing this. They know it's unpopular among their constituents, and that's what they're doing. So, TBD, right? Let's see if that holds true. I hope I'm right in that. I hope that, but that's been pretty consistent that I've been saying that he is not going to get confirmation despite that. The looks of things. All right, let's go to Abdul Sayed. Let's see if he will win in November. Now, as a reminder, the guy that he's running against, Mike Rogers, ran against Elise Slotkin the last election cycle for Senate. And I believe, she won by, I don't even think it was even 4 percentage points. I want to say it was like 3 something. I could be wrong, but I know it definitely was a close race. It wasn't a landslide towards Elise Slotkin. So, but, this is it's a different time now. 2026 is much different than 24, let alone, usually when a candidate comes around, again, it's not usually a good thing either. Usually. Will Al Sayed become the next senator from Michigan and get sworn in January? We have the Seven of Pentacles here, working very hard right now, planting the seeds to work that. What's his obstacle? The devil. Not surprising here. There's a lot of things that he has to do. Here's the Fool card. This is a new beginning for him, that he has ran for office before. He has held public office before as a former health commissioner for Wayne County, which is the county where Detroit is. But he has ran for other offices and he hasn't made it into a general election. He's very ambitious. This was in the past with the Knight of Swords. The Queen of Wands is crowning this reading. There might be a woman helping him. It might even possibly be Haley Stevens helping him. She said that she's willing to help him. I wouldn't be surprised if he utilizes her to reach out to the other side. King of Swords in the near future. So someone that he's going to become more disciplined in regards to this general election because it's a different opponent, different game to change. There is going to be some kind of disappointment. 3 cups lost, but he has to remember there's still 2 cups remaining. And again, there's going to be an offer by somebody to, but I want to say that he doesn't want to take it. I wonder if could be possible. Well, it's not Pentacles, so it can't be that, but maybe it still can be somebody helping him, like one of the corporate Dems or corporate Dem organizations that he may not want to do. He's definitely making plans, making decisions and progress. And there's some shadiness that's going to happen here. And it's going to be close. What I'm getting, because there's going to be a lot of conflict. It's going to be close. And there's definitely, he may have to switch plan B. But it's eventually we get the voters here that are on his side. So what I'm saying here is this is going to be very dirty in a different sense than what the primary was. People need to really make sure that they get friends and family out there that are in Michigan, obviously, to help him in any way, canvassing, fundraising, things like that. Because he's in for a tough race and it's going to be super close. It's going to be close. And what I'm getting in this is that it's going to be a tough road ahead. And I was getting unclear readings with this race all the way till closer to the end. And I'll probably double check with this in the next few months because it's feeling like that again too, because free will in this is very cloudy, and Spirit is really saying that it's going to be very close and it could go either way right now, but it's leaning towards him. All right, just before I came on here, I had to edit my questions because Mitch McConnell's being discharged from rehab. So let's take a look to see if he's going to return to the Senate, all right? And then I'll just do a health check here. Obviously, it's after the August 3rd deadline, so even if he wants to resign, it doesn't matter in regards to finding a replacement. Excuse me, let's see if Mitch McConnell will return to the Senate. Mitch McConnell returned to the Senate. Ooh. We have the 9 of Cups. I wonder if there's a proposal to get him to be there. And this would be a really good, during COVID, they wouldn't allow doing remote voting or anything like that. And I'm wondering if they're trying to see if they can do something like that with him. Here's the Emperor's card in here. Taking care of oneself. Knight of Swords on his side. He's very unfocused and burnt out. So even though he's out, he's not in good condition right now. He's working with somebody else. This can be possibly his wife, and talking about she's kind of the middle person, I feel like, communicating with other people. She's very well known in the White House. She's been a cabinet member for multiple administrations, so she knows the people very well. The Wheel of Fortune's on the side. He had a good turn of events with it. There's a lot of worry over his condition. trying to keep things steady with him. Illusions and delusions. He may have some mental issues, cognitive issues. But people from the outside, politicians, are seeing this as a strength. Um, Here's the Six of Pentacles. I don't think this is talking about money. This is talking about health-wise. They're hoping the new medicine is going to keep him work. They're going to try to get him the Knight of Wands. They see him as a natural leader. They want to try to bring him in to prove people wrong. The Republicans are. I don't think that I don't think so. I'm thinking what these spirit is saying, that this is what they want to do. They want to get him going to the point where he's going back and say, see, he's fine. Be honest, if he was going in there, he'll be a weekend at Bernie's. It was already weekend at Bernie's. Well, how his condition was. He rarely was talking. So let's just do a general health check, Spirit, Senator Mitch McConnell. Let's see. I know they kind of peeled the onion, so to speak, in that reading, but just let's dive a little bit deeper, Spirit, in regards to giving a health check of where he is and where he's going. Ooh, a lot of cards just went out. That one. Health. All right. He has a lot of family members around him right now with the Six of Cups. Definitely an ending and beginning with. I think he's not doing so great. When the world's on his side, it's usually like they want to make amends, or basically like doing closing remarks with a lot of family and friends to talk about unfinished business, things like that. A lot of disagreements right now with the Five of Wands, and I don't mean necessarily with the family. It could be, but I think mainly it's the aides and other people, political people back there trying to figure out. In the past, there was some hope with the Star card. I think they did hope that he was going to. They've been giving him working on his medications with the Eight of Pentacles. I think this is a minor death card, so it does not necessarily mean literal death. I just think that I don't think he's going to get any better, which is not a shocker here. He's very disconnected with Four of Cups. And here's from the outside, a lot of people are going to think that he's already dead. I don't think so. If they're discharging him and whatnot, he's probably not. He may even be on hospice care. They're not even saying it. And here we go with the Four of Swords. Whoop! And here's a procession. So I think he is in hospice care for entertainment purposes only. I think he has been discharged from rehab and then hospice care at home. Because what they keep on saying is basically working on the medicine, talking with family about last things and preparing. So, yeah. In that the disagreements that I said with the political figureheads in Washington, I really think that they want to bring him in to the Senate at least once, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right, let's move on from that. One other congressperson, which is totally a vile person from this accusations, is Congressman Max Miller from Ohio, who is going through a divorce with the daughter of Senator Bernie Moreno from Ohio. And let's take a look if he's going to win re-election. Because he did not resign, and it's past the deadline, I believe. So he's in denial, and probably can also deny these allegations too, as basically fake news that he would never harm. Also, he had the audacity to say that, well, my wife cooked dinner after the alleged date of the abuse, and it's such people who've been through abuse know better that most people do not just walk right out like that. So for him to even say that, try to gaslight people, let's see what jumped out here. So this is his illusion that he is going to be victorious, that he's winning. So let's take a look again at what's going on. He's very disconnected with reality, which is not surprising with the Four Cups. People are giving him the way out. Even the president privately, allegedly, have said that things aren't going well and he might think about resigning, or not resigning, but stepping away from re-election at least. Eight of Wands. There's a lot of frustrations about this because they know that that this is going to be a seat that could be possibly flipped, because I believe it's Poindexter is against him. This man named Poindexter, and he has a pretty good resume, and he has a good chance of flipping this to the Dems. So he feels that he's still strong. A lot of illusions and delusions in the past. He probably has some mental issues with that Seven of Cups. There's crowning the reading is the divorce, the marriage that's going through to dissolve. And he's very much continuing going to be deceiving with the Seven of Swords. About who? This is about his ex-wife with the Queen of Pentacles. And again, here's talking about the marriage. There's more stuff that's going to be coming around, more things about abuses and things like that happened during their marriage as this proceeds, because this divorce is going to keep on going. They're hoping for some kind of this is going to change. He's hoping to change people's perspective with things. And he's not going to get reelected. There's the Five of Cups. The voters are going to say no. The Ten of Cups. People are already changing their minds. So no. Which is good. I'm like, thank God. What's disgusting more than even not more, but what even in addition to this whole allegations is that so much silence among Republicans. It's so disgusting, and it's so telling about the values. Even though they claim they're a party of family values, and they're silent about this. It's just gross. All right, let's look into Tate Brothers. I haven't done that on any of my readings, and I'm going to do it to see if they're going to be extradited to the UK. They've been arrested in Miami for a while now. They've been in custody, in jail, and let's see if Marco Rubio will sign that extradition to UK for Tate Brothers, because that's who the Secretary of State signs off on that. All right, here's the Queen of Cups. Somebody that's it's the Three of Swords. So what I'm getting with this is that right now they're seeking some kind of compassion where they favor to not be extradited and to forgive them. And they're trying to stand up for themselves in regards to this. In the past, they were very ambitious, thought they were unstoppable. But then the Ace of Cups was crowning the reading. There's a lot of emotion about these individuals. And I think Marco is aware of this. Um, there's going to be Ace of Swords, so there's going to be truth. I feel like there's going to be more information released about these charges. And here's the Ace of Pentacles. Money is being used. There might be a delay on the extradition. Being extradited. There's going to be a delay on that. From the White House, he's going to be asking. I feel like right now it's a no. This is going to create conflict with the UK. So, but eventually, here comes the truth of the matter, the Queen of Justice. So I'm saying that it's going to be delayed for a while. I don't think they're going to be released. They're going to see how much they're going to get to delay it. I eventually think that when things start to change, I don't see it anytime soon, but after the election, I feel like that they will be extradited. But right now they're trying to delay it. Where are we at 10? Okay, we're doing well. What we're going to do is a general reading for you all out there. And today we're using the Oracle deck from Rebecca Campbell called Work Your Light Oracle deck. I've used these before. I should keep that up a little bit closer in case somebody interested. I love this deck too. I've used this before, like I said. I love the artwork. It's very beautiful. So, again, I'm going to do 3 cards at a time until I feel that Spirit has said their message to the general. So, Spirit, what is the general message you want to give everyone out there that will be beneficial? All right. Right now, Spirit is saying is to look in the mirror and figure out what is triggering you, what is triggering your emotions right now, and how to take care of yourself. This is the Star Mother card. And that together with people of your soul tribe in your community that are like-minded to help with that caring for yourself and to be able to release that. And it's a reminder with this, the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So things that are going around in your life beyond even what we talk about is reminder, these are lessons, these changes that are going on, the uneasiness that's going on, it's happening for you. We signed up for this time, and even though it's hard to believe sometimes, even for myself, but it's not just happening to us, it's happening for us for our betterment, for our souls to grow. Okay? And answering the call, listening to ourselves, spirit, in our inner voice about what's calling to us, what is helping us in our journey. And do something different to change our energy. If you're feeling like you're in a funk and stuff, do something different. If you feel like you've experienced the same thing, do something different. Go out, go someplace different, go to a festival that you've never been to before, meet up with friends maybe that you haven't talked to in a while. And I'm not talking about just texting. I'm talking about physically going out or something. I mean, not even going out, even going over to their house for a visit. That's something that I think about that. I'm like, when I was younger, we used to do that. And I'm like, I rarely actually visit with my friends at their homes. That's just me. And, but I do visit. I have a trip coming up, so I will be visiting friends. But things like that, things to change that energy, and it's breaking the chain. This is what I've been just talking about. What Spirit's reiterating is that to break this chain of what's going on, and don't dim to fit in. Don't change who you are. Don't dim your light. It's okay to be different, and it's okay to shine your light, even if others are not on the same level. That's their thing, right? That's a them, not a you thing. And get grounded. Go outside. Be in nature. Be in nature doesn't necessarily mean walk in the woods. You just go around your block if you can. Go to a park. Go to a beach. Do something in nature. And trust your path. Again, we all chose this path, and this is meant for us. This is not to do damage to us. This is for us to grow. Ladies, doing these things will help uplift us to change the energy that we've been experiencing. And it's okay to say no to things that aren't serving us. If things are not working for you, are currently not working for you, just say no in order to switch things up. Thank you, Spirit, because that's even a great start to changing things, is to say no. Remember, no is a complete sentence, right? Because we are about to come into the age of light. There is going to be more light coming, and this is going to help protect us. Being around people, saying no, and the crumbling is happening. You can see this. This is crumbling in the doorway. You can see on the other side, it's blooming and it's beautiful. So it is happening. It's just the beginning, but it's hard to see right now when we're in the midst of that. And I think this is a stopping point, but it's a good reminder about digging into ourselves, looking at what we need, and making changes to help protect us, having that support, and to get through this change, because we eventually will come to an age of more light. Okay? With that being said, thank you again for joining me. Please like, subscribe, hype, help me out, and I appreciate you. Until next time, bye-bye.